The heads of BSE are here. Thank you very much for being with us. And it's an extremely delightful experience for me to be here. And since morning, I've been witnessing the stalwarts of Gem Jewellery business are actually presenting, they were presenting very insightful thoughts. Friends, thanks to first Mr. Ramesh G of Tangamail Jewellery, Joint Managing Director. He invited me to address Gem Jewellery entrepreneurs way back, I think 2 months before in Madurai, where GJC had a Labam session. All of you would have been witnessing Labam session. 175th edition of Labam I delivered at Madurai. 150 Gem Jewellery entrepreneurs attended the program. It was a fantastic moment, sir. I have learned a lot of things from you, in fact, you entrepreneurs. And he said, why don't you just drop in here and share your insights. Then I roped in with the great BSE platform hits, Madam Radha ji, who's here. Let us give a round of applause to Madam Radha ji. And Mr. Anand Chari ji, Assistant General Manager. And they said, they were kind enough to consent, they said, okay, let's go and let's share our thoughts to all these entrepreneurs, see how we can really support them. That's why we're all here. Friends, I just want to ask you a question. Can you please switch on the slide, please? Just want to ask you a question. All of you are in this business, right? Gem Jewellery business. How many years old is your business is? How long you have been, not you, as an industry?
More than 5,000 years.
Absolutely. It is a 5,000 plus year old in this country. Even Ramayana, Mahabharata day, they say there is a... I don't know any other business which is 5,000 year old. That is why it is gold. I think it deserves a round of applause for yourself first. It's a 5,000 year heritage that all of you are witnessing. With that note, I'd like to start my session. There are two parts to the whole session. It's like, they always say in stock market, you have to unlock the potential. I always quote one lock with the two keys. One key is all about preparation, which is actually going to be with us, where I am also directly involved. The another key is where the stock market exchange comes in play. They will unlock it. If both the keys actually work together, then the unlocking the potential of each of your business will automatically unfold. So the first session, about 30 minutes I'm going to take, where I'm going to cover the 5 steps for you to get prepared to get listed. Getting listed is a final, the journey. But before that, a lot more things we need to really organize in our business. The first one is the types of entrepreneurs which I know. You may be asking, what do you know about industry? So I have done research last 1 week and taken a lot of insights about the types of entrepreneur in Gem Jewellery and where is the growth struggle that each one of us have and who can solve this struggle? Somebody has to solve this struggle, right? Then how to move from micro to mighty. As Rupali presented my brief profile, I've been working with MSMEs, micro, small, medium enterprises, also head the MSME panel of Andhra Chamber of Commerce for southern states, where every single day I get to meet at least 5-6 entrepreneurs in my office. People visit, we interact from diversified industries, just not about gold and jewellery alone, across about 45 verticals. So everybody wants to go from micro to mighty because this is the decade, already about 4 years have passed. This is a decade for India. And everybody is looking forward to work with the Indian government, Indian system, Indian population, about 1.4 billion. I'm talking about the outside India. So unless we go from micro to mighty, the other guys will be flowing in here with a lot of investment and they take the money out. It's better we actually capitalize the opportunity which is available here, especially the demographic dividend. That wide transformation is a distant dream for many. Some people say, yes, I'm interested, but they are not. They've been thinking for 5 years, 10 years, even 15 years. Why they are not? So we're going to address all these things in 30 minutes time. Let's see. The second session, the second key is with them. And they are the authority and they are going to walk you through their platform, benefits, eligibility and whatnot. This is a market understanding of mine. Your market by 2027, they say $100 billion. And they say that you have about 3 lakh Gem Jewellery business owners, entrepreneurs in this country, and you are contributing 7% of India's GDP. And you have about 5 million employees. I'm talking about collectively. When we talk individually, we are small. When we talk collectively, we are too big, even better than corporates. We are close to about $3.9 trillion economy, right? We are in the fourth. We are fifth largest economy. We are moving towards fourth by pushing Germany out down the line next couple of years. So we are already $3.9 trillion economy. And if you put all the MSMEs put together, not only Gem Jewellery, everybody put together, we are contributing 30% of GDP, which is nothing but 1.2 trillion economy. Individually we are small, collectively we are better than anybody in the world. There are only 19,500 companies who are actually a corporate organization doing 250 crores and above. There are 7 crore MSMEs in the country who are doing between 1 rupee to 250 crores. That's where many of these organizations are playing, which means we have to really think very big to move towards the ultimate vision. Look at the revenue forecast of 2030. We are talking about 124 billion. So this is how the industry is moving. Are we moving with the industry? Is the question that all of us have to ask ourselves. Can you guess what is the gold reserve of India? We all talk about, when we say superpower, obviously there are multiple areas like defense and whatnot. 600 tons? Who said 800 tons? You said it, maybe you would have noticed it, or you know it already. So we are 840 tons reserve as a government of India. But you know what is the hidden truth? How many tons of gold individually this 1.4 billion people have at home? Any guess?
More than 30,000 tons. 25,000.
Yeah, as I understand, sir, maybe I'm wrong, as I understand, 23,000 tons as on last week.
That is officially declared.
Yes. Unofficially, I don't know. They say it's about 23,000 tons.
So, इसलिए मैंने बोल रहा हूँ 46 के बदले 30 में.
Perhaps more. Actually, the world largest conservation of gold actually in India, which means we are really wealthy people actually per se. Every single human being on earth today in this planet India, and at least they have one drop of gold at their home, right? They always say in Tamil as well. America has got only 8,133 tons, officially speaking, because I don't know about unofficial stuff of America, but we have 23,000 tons plus in the country, which means every day things are happening. Today is 7,000 rupees, right?
7,060.
Yeah, I saw the message this morning.
That is 7,700 pure, 22 carat, 7,060.
I just bought a couple of days back, it was 6,800 rupees, sir.
Of course, you are.
So this is the power of your business. So you are not micro. We need to go towards the mighty. Let's look at this. The new game of India in every single field. I've been working in multiple fields like startups, technology, AI, ML, every sector. The new game is like this. It is not arithmetic. When we say arithmetic, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Then comes what? Geometric. 1 into 2 into 3. Even that is also dead. The way in which entrepreneur thinks today, especially the new age entrepreneurs, they want to think completely differently, not even exponential that you could see here, power of n. They see what we call, can you just recall this game? We all played in our school days. Pole vault. They start a company with one crore kind of a business, and they're talking about 100 crore turnover next year. Whether they make it or not, the thought power, the growth mindset is always about 100x or 10x minimum. This is how the new age entrepreneurs are thinking. In fact, in your own home, you go back and check with your children who are in college or who are just getting into the business. Their thought process is completely different from what we have been doing all along. Pole vault is a game. Are you ready for that? Is a question. I'm just going to share this very insightful screen, which I've been using it for some time now. To touch 50 million users, these products have taken these many years. Aeroplane took 68 years. Car took 62 years. Television took 22 years. ATM took 18 years. So on and so forth. Mobile phone took 12 years to reach 50 million people, 50 million customers. And Pokemon game took only 19 days. And after that, WhatsApp has come. There are so many other apps has come. Today, AML has come. They all take only 4 hours to reach 50 million users, which means the speed in which the industry is traveling, progressing, is mind-blowing. And the customers who are walking into your shop, the customers who are buying products from you, from the mindset of these growth potential, are not the same customers who visited you 10 years ago or 15 years ago. This is a message that we all have to take it to the home, that today any customer who walks in, they think completely different. Are we ready to serve them? If you are ready to serve them, you are not a micro. You already stepped into mighty. It's only a question of time and systems and process, compliance, and all the blah blah, which we can always do it. There are a lot of experts to support you. But are you ready to shift your focus, shift your mindset from traditional mindset to the growth mindset is the point. Let's look at, this is what kind of little bit research that I did, or rather understanding I did. You have types of entrepreneurs in your gem and jewelry. We have manufacturers, we have retailers, we have design entrepreneurs, we have trade entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs. Remember, online entrepreneurs, right? Then artisan entrepreneurs and hybrid entrepreneurs. So many classification in your own business that I could read. And each of them have business. Each of them have potential. Let's look at dominance of plain gold jewelry. This is about the market in India, as I understand. Definitely each one of you will belong to one of these categories that I listed here. Bridal jewelry you have regional preferences, you have growing demand for lightweight jewelry, work jewelry. I always get fascinated with this lady, the then CEO of PepsiCo. Who's that? Indra Nooyi. I always look at her costume. I always look at her dress code, the attire. I relate this with work jewelry. When I visited a couple of days back to my own gold client, supplier, service provider, a lady who runs a shop in Adayar in Chennai, and we used to talk about how these new age girls, the girls, women in the age group of 20 to 30, will they come and buy gold ornaments like their mothers, parents? She said, they come and buy. How? I sell only work jewelry. I don't sell a traditional necklace or whatever the traditional stuff. I sell only the work jewelry. I showcase the new design work jewelry to these people, these women. People are working in organization. They simply buy it. I correlate this with Indra Nooyi madam. So work jewelry is one of the biggest market for young people to get attacked. Look at the online sales. I'll come to this slide a little later. Then, of course, you also have challenges. Of course, few people talked about it in the morning session, inaugural session. There are challenges in every business. Your business also has challenges. Every day it's fluctuating. There is no standardization in your business. Remember, in your business only, stock is gold. In every other business out there in manufacturing, when the stock is piling up, we say your profit is actually in stock. But in gold, gem and jewelry, we don't say your stock is actually piling up, your profit is there. We say your profit is actually growing in stocks as well. But I was given to understand that the stock turnaround ratio, can anybody tell what is your STR? In a year, how many times you rotate your stock? Sir, you don't tell, sir. I don't want to take the best out of this group to share. Please share. How many times you rotate your stocks? In a year. 3 times? 2.5? 3 times? 4 times. Amazing. Sir, now you tell me.
3.73.
So the best benchmark in the industry is about around 4, sir?
Of course.
Around 4. And most of the retail shops, at least I spoke to some 22 people the last 2 weeks' time, only 1.5 times.
Of course. That is the average. Below 2.
Below 2.
Below 2 in India, average is below 2.
Correct. This is a pointer for you to just keep in your memory. We will address this as we go along. Who is this, the jeweler of kings and the king of jewelers? Do you know the story? In the Europe, this King Edward 7 has chosen this organization called Cartier. The Cartier is a brand, right? They sell what they call a watch which is $3 lakh. And they have given name called the Jeweler of Kings and the King of Jewelers. So I am talking about some century-old story. Which means that this business is valued not only by ordinary people, even the kings. You know, the various rich people, royal society of the country, of the world. They do $12 billion business worldwide. They have 10,000 people employees. They have 100 nationalities and 250 sales points. This one single organization based out of, outside India, Europe. These are all inspiration for me. See, there are small shops doing business of, let us say, 5 crores or 10 crores. And there are guys, there are giants, there are few biggies sitting here as well and doing business worth of so much. Which means, is it not a correlation for people who are micro today and wanted to really aspire to become mighty, but they are now thinking, how do I make myself from micro to mighty? If only we know, if only we solve the puzzle today before end of the session, there is a process available, there is an opportunity available, and there is one key is with you, one key with somebody else. If these two keys put together, join hands together, you can actually unlock your potential, unlock your business potential. These are all inspiration for all of us. Is it not an inspiration? Yes or no?
Yes.
I also see the manufacturers, typically mass production you have quality control, you have supply chain management, you have innovation, you have export oriented. About $15 billion is the merchant exports in India, I guess, as on today. Your business exports worth around $15 billion, merchant exports. So these are all some of the manufacturers, process flow in an organization. A lot of challenges. If you look at quality, ensuring high quality products to maintain reputation is the biggest challenge for a manufacturer. Some of the challenges. These are all we understand. Why I show this? Because I reasonably understand your business. Where are the problem? Where are the issues? Where are the mindset problem? Where are the actual problem? Where are the market problem? One of the speakers said in the morning during inauguration session, it is just not about internal problem. It is always external. I would always say there are 50% internal problem. There are 50% external problem. If you solve the internal problem, we always say if you take care of the internal customers, they take care of the external customers. We always look out for external customers' delight. Are we really taking care of our own stakeholders, internal customers happy? If you don't keep your team happy, your stakeholders happy, your suppliers happy, you'll definitely not be able to have, make your external customers delightful. It's a two-way approach. Let me take a quick case study. I'm not going to mention the name because I'm not a person to endorse them. Rather, they have not paid me for endorsement, so I'll only use the concept. The case study of a largest retailer in India today. Look at the way they implemented one after the another. They invested in technology. This is a tip that I'm actually sharing it with you. They developed strong online presence. Online presence, you don't think, suppose you are running a small shop, let us say, in somewhere in India, you don't have to really think like a biggie who's already doing online presence with 36,000 crore business. At least make sure that your 500 customers can actually get into your site and buy the product. Because their children are outside India, their children are outside their hometown, they want to give their parents, they want to give their, all the near and dear ones, and they don't want to go anywhere. If they know, okay, this uncle is running the company, this shop, my mom is going, my grandma was going, so why not I buy online, if it is available online? Just make yourself available online. Imagine the kind of success that you're going to experience. In 3 months' time, if you just inform your 500 plus 1,000 plus customers that I have online presence, your business will grow by 10% at least, minimum 10%. Because I have been witnessing this with textile industry. I work with large textile formats where I'm slowly pushing them to online presence. That is why today, we all say in the business, if you are an MSME, micro, small, medium businesses, without technology, you are still an MSME. You are only micro. If you are an MSME plus technology, which is digital, is equal to you are different. At least you are 2x different. So those who want to really even to survive, you got to adapt, you have to embrace technology, is what the point here is. They also have focus on sustainability. How many of you know ESG? ESG? What is ESG, sir? Environment, social. Governance. If you don't adapt yourself to ESG, which is SDG goals, 17 goals of United Nations, in 3 to 5 years down the line from now, no customers will come and buy from you. Do you know that? In next 3 to 5 years, if you don't adapt sustainable development goals of 17 goals, out of which 3-4 goals are very essential, climate change, global warming, all these are connected here. Exports definitely not possible. It's ruled out. Locally also, like they always ask you, do you have a hallmark? You have your own standard, BIS standard. Like that they'll say, is your company ESG certified? If your company is not ESG certified, the bank will not even give loan. The bank manager now is added with one more compliance. Is the MSME ESG certified? It's going to come, not yet. In next 2 to 3 to 4 years, this is going to be in practice, which means we should be aware of the sustainability. And these companies, the biggies, already started working on it. Diversifying products and services, diversified products, building strong relations with suppliers and customers. When Rupali introduced one of the books that I wrote called 36 Golden Rules. The book is Golden Rules, sir. Incidentally, it is connected to you. Where I talked about 9 rules only for supplier governance. Suppliers are not just suppliers. They are part of my organization. They are more, I would say always, they're internal customers to me. All suppliers are my internal customers. When the suppliers are happy, the customers are happy. That kind of a metric that we have to arrive. These organizations are actually put together, be able to achieve this very correctly. They also have capitalized on opportunities like expanding into new markets, introducing new product line, collaborating with the designers. These are all some of the success story that large format retailers could do it. Let me quickly take one jump here. India's jewelry online structure. I talked about online, right? Digital. Look at it. Factors driving online jewelry. Number of online buyers, number of online jewelry buyers, and then frequency of online jewelry transactions, then average size of online jewelry transaction. These are all the metrics which decides the growth of online business. Today the growth is actually about, they say by 2025, $3.74 billion in India. They're talking about CAGR of 28%. If we are not aware of that, that major chunk of business is taken away by the mighty people. We still be a micro guys. Having said all that, let me come to the ground reality, the practical reality of your problem, because I am an MSME guy. I'm an entrepreneur myself for the last 26 years now. I know the ground reality on the street. You have cash flow, fund flow issues. Some of you have. How many of you have this issue, sir? Cash flow, fund flow. All of you don't have cash flow. Okay. Operational manpower issue. Yes. Growth, lack of compelling business issues, business model issues. Many of us don't have business models. Every day we open the shop, we run the company, morning till evening, we go back in the night, next day come, the same job we do. Most of the companies are one-man army. The single man, every day morning till evening, the same job we've been doing years together, decades together. If you want different result, first we have to stop doing that. If I say, if you stop doing that, you may ask me, who will run the business? That is where my solution is coming to. Sales and marketing issues, collection issues, performance issues, government schemes related problems, employee skill gap issue, tax compliance issues, so many stuff or regular stuff. But I look at little deeper on this subject with the ground reality. Profits are in stocks because STR is weak. I consider your STR is pretty weak if you say 1.5 times. If you say 2.5 times and above, I reasonably feel you are actually making it for your business. Am I right, sir? Yes. If you say 1.5 times, less than 2 times, I think you are in weak wicket. That needs to be immediately solved. Second, footfall is divided by many. If I go to one bazaar, there are too many suppliers, so too many companies like a food industry today. Too many suppliers. That competition both at the same level with the bigger brands coming into your hometown. Biggies are coming into your hometown. They know, they have smelled the opportunity and they will walk in, they will come, they will hit you. But are you prepared to face them? At least, if not you capture their customers, please don't lose your customers to them. So what are the strategies that you have? Consumer psychology, which I mentioned a couple of minutes back, the youth mindset is completely different. Investment models, asset classes, you need a lot of educators, mentors, guides to keep working with you. This is where the gap is actually. Innovation, design and cost of production. These are all some of the challenges on the ground. And brand, digital, online, tech adoption challenges for the owners. Owners are actually in 1970s and 1980s. Consumers are in 2024, 2030. I'm not actually pointing mistake or something like that. We are not adapting to the current way of thinking, then how do we expect them to embrace with us? The new consumers, the new age consumers, unless we change ourselves. Which means that a lot of education is required for this is the reason why I think they also invited me to share my thoughts. And profit margins are shrinking for small businesses. Today, small is becoming smaller and smaller and smallest. Biggies are going to be bigger and biggest and ever large. Having said that, resistance to change. The biggest problem is, for all of us, is resistance to change. We don't want to change, but everything has to change. How does it happen? Please. Sir, can I take your question at the end, because after this session, they are also waiting, so I don't want to eat up their time now. I'm going to be here till evening. One-on-one, I'll take your questions. Is it okay with you? Thank you. Quickly, I will walk through. Ma'am, I'll take about 5-6 minutes if you don't mind. This is a transformation equation which I always relate for the change management in our thinking. If you have a leadership team, if you have a buy-in, that everybody buys your idea, you have a unifying purpose for your business, if you have a competency to run the business, to scale the business, and if you have execution ability and capability, then you are already in the path of transformation. If any one is missing, leads to these results. There is no leadership development, team, frustration lies. There is no buy-in, people don't buy your idea, then you have resistance. And if you have, let us say, unifying purpose is not there, then confusion in the organization. And if you have a competency, lacking in competency, anxiety, whether business will come or not, kind of anxiety. And if you have execution, which is poor, end of the day, whatever we talk in this hall, end of the day, it's all about execution. No? Finally, it's about conversion, execution, getting numbers in place. If that is not going to happen, then the organization is stagnated. That is why many of the organizations in MSME sector are stagnated. 99.98% out of 7 crore companies are micro companies doing turnover of 5 crores. Below. Less than 5 crores. Between 5 and 50 are small, micro, small. Today somebody was telling me, before micro, there is something called nano. That is where it comes in 50 lakhs, 1 crore for years.
Because their mindset is like this.
Because they are stagnated. Having said this, what is the solution? Quick couple of solutions, then I'll hand it over to another key to unlock. Growth mindset. If you ask me, if at all, only one single message that we all have to take home, end of this GJS, your show, is all about growth mindset. All the traditional mindset, the old mindset, we have to break the shackles and take the growth. What is growth mindset? India needs 10 million entrepreneurs solving problems of 1 billion people. We are already 1.4. India is looking for 10 million entrepreneurs. Then what happened to the existing entrepreneurs? What are we going to do with them? A question to be asked by each one of you to your own self. Having said this, we all play the red ocean. All of you would have read Blue Ocean, right? We are all in red ocean, same job, again and again doing the same work, getting the same result again and again. Marginally, maybe you will be growing about 5%, 6%, 7%, not more than 10%. Those days, people used to say when we started our business in 2002, 1998 actually, I started my first consulting, IT consulting business. If you grow 30% year on year, you are really a kingmaker. Today 30% and all, the fast world, 30% is actually very poor. But imagine if you are already only in 10%, 5% year on year growth. What do I mean by year on year growth? Last year, how much you did turnover, April to March. This year, how much you do? If that is not at least 20%, I think we are in bad wicket. Which directly connected to your red ocean, blue ocean strategy. You need to bring in blue ocean strategy in your business. What is blue ocean? You have to think differently, approach differently, execute differently, approach capital market differently. I'm coming to that. End of the day, how much ever we talk, finally, what is actually running in the grey matter between 6 inches between the 2 ears is, where is the money? Who is going to fund me? That's a question, right? I know your mind wise, sir. I am also part of you. So the growth mindset is all about, first of all, think big. Doing big is later. Thinking itself, you have a scarcity. How many of you read a book called Think and Grow Rich? You have read it, sir? I am very, very happy about it. First of all, in the mind, we have to think big. Doing later, that comes much, much later. Thinking big, which will attract more people to talk to you in that line, then a lot of thoughts will come in play. For example, after my session, the next session is going to be a different game altogether for you to capture a lot of insights, and then you will not even sleep. There are only 4 things that immediately we need to attack. Is your business scalable? Is your business repeatable? Is your business measurable? Is your business profitable? That's all, sir. An owner, every single day before you close the shop, if you only review yourself, am I really scaling my business today? Am I actually repeating myself? I'm doing the same job last 10 years, the same thing also going to do tomorrow. Am I really measuring my outcome? Am I making profit? That we will do every day, how much labam we make. But our first 3 are very, very important for you to scale your business, go from micro to mighty. To do that, the solution is simple. You have to do breakthrough work 90% of the time. And improvement work, probably you would do about across the organization, day-to-day improvement. Never do day-to-day job what you have been doing so far. If you do the same job of what you have been doing last so many decades, so many years, you are not in breakthrough work. Breakthrough work is not a daily work. Whatever we are doing daily at the office, in our shop, that's a daily work. That has to be immediately delegated to somebody else. If you can make one clone who can do your job, you are already 2x growth achieved. Which means you yourself, clone or one more duplicate yourself. Create one more person like you. Like Endran movie, sir, Chitty. AI is going to do that. AI will create its own solution, its own problem, again its own solution. No human being is involved. ChatGPT came, all the content developers are dead. You go to ChatGPT, ask one question, it will give you a content. I don't need to go to a content developer. ChatGPT will do it. Example. Likewise, please duplicate yourself as quick as possible. Whatever you do, you have been in the morning, since morning till evening, just at least 50% delegate it to somebody else. You get 50% time free for you to think differently. Hence, the money part comes. If you make yourself free, mentally free, at thought level, then your mind will pop up to different questions. What are the options available? How do I scale my business? How do I bring in money? That is where the capital market comes into play. And we have a next speaker who's going to walk you through a detailed manner. After that, we are going to have a Q&A session. We will see how it is going to get manifested. But what are the problem before I hand over the mic to Madam Radha ji is, these are all some of the problems of the entrepreneurs. Several reasons why jewelers may not get into the listed company. Why you don't get listed? These are the reasons. Family owned business, lack of transparency, high inventory cost, fluctuating gold prices, regulatory hurdles, limited scalability. If only you start working in your breakthrough time by delegating your day-to-day job, If only you focus on these things, get straight and clear and correct, then the market is really, will put you a red carpet to welcome. You could have seen, I'm just taking another 1 minute, Radhaji. Sorry if I overshot with the time. Have you seen this picture, the last one? You will never become who you want to be, if you're too attached to what you have been, who you have been. Same job I do, but I want different result. How does it possible? It's not possible. You have to break it. So I'm not going to go through everything one by one, but I'm going to share this as a insight, a PDF handout material. I will send it out to the organizers. They will send it out to all of you so that you can go through in your free time. In your breakthrough time, you can actually go through. Only 2 points I'll cover in this whole slide. People say, first you fail in paper. Only in real life we should not fail. In paper we can fail. So create a business model and fail in paper, no problem. The moment you start put your mind together in the paper, after a couple of weeks, couple of months, you will have a beautiful canvas, what we call business model canvas, ready for your business. That is why we say it's called Agile, the new project management tool, what we call Agile. Paper to reality, fail fast. One input. The second input, they always say, like, people quote in public speaking and all. I think Bruce Lee seemed to have told, I don't know. It's a very wonderful motivation. Bruce Lee said, I don't fear somebody who practices 10,000 kicks. I fear someone who practices one kick 10,000 times. So if you start practicing one improvement for the business, 10,000 hours, they always say in the pilot also, how many hours you flew, how many balls Sachin Tendulkar played. It's all about mastery, self-mastery. If you practice one activity 10,000 times, you are the master. No other choice. With that, I would like to conclude. Intensity is more important than, consistency is more important than intensity. Final slide of mine is, all this stuff, whatever I said, are being done by these companies. Your fraternity. Sir, your company name is also there. See, I'll show you. Wait. 39, sir. See, 39, Tangamail. Sir, I've taken all the 40 companies of Gem Jewellery who are listed in stock market. These are the names. Look at the value. These are the names. Your industry, your fraternity, your people, your relations, your community. Pardon me? I have taken from the, let me check whether it is not there. Not there? Okay. We will add it, sir. Thank you very much. We will add it, definitely. Yes. So with that, let me finally, before I hand over the mic to Madam.
The list is included of SME and main board or?
Yeah, together, yes. So no cost, low cost, sir, your question, no cost, low cost fundraising opportunity right there with them. And I request Madam Radha to kindly enlighten us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anand sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time where we welcome on stage Radha ma'am. Radha Kirthivasan is the head listing and SME at BSE Limited with over 30 years of experience in the capital markets and investment banking. She has an extensive grasp of capital market laws along with her experience in working with the regulators and various intermediaries. She is a chartered accountant by qualification and has completed her diploma in securities law from Government Law College. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Nari Shakti, Radha ma'am.
Thank you, Rupali, for the introduction. I think Anand has made my job a lot more easier, He has told you everybody to break through and change your mindset of thinking. Now, good afternoon, everybody. See, this is an industry where passion meets precision. You're all into it, and you know what precision means. And with the listing, this is the same thing what we are asking. You are very precise in your industries now. And then with the listing comes the transparency. See, this sector, India is the largest consumer of gold. Around 25% of the gold global demand is through India. It is said that when gold soars, the capital market also follows. And the same thing we are witnessing now. Gold is at its highest peak, and capital market stocks are also its highest peak. So I would like to see BSE as the oldest stock exchange has been a catalyst for growth and development in various sectors, including the gems and jewelry sector. We have a dedicated platform, SME platform, which provides an ideal avenue for gems and jewelry companies to have raise capital, enhance visibility, and achieve scalability. It has a lot of relaxed listing norms and reduced cost. The platform has enabled numerous SMEs to access the capital market. I would like you to take through some of the important aspects of our platform. As Anand said, small and medium entrepreneurs, they make a sizable portion of the industry, but there are always a lot of challenges that are faced by them in obtaining the finances, in management bandwidth, which hampers the growth of the SMEs. So BSE has understood this issue, and even the regulators have started this platform way back in 2012. The number of companies listed on the BSE SME platform as of yesterday is 525, with over 7,000 crores of capital raised and a market capitalization of 1,85,000 crores. You can see the difference by yourselves. Capital raised is 7,000 crores and market capitalization is 1,85,000 crores. That means from where to where the companies have grown. This shows. I'll just take you to a very interesting slide first and then go to the benefits of listing. See, this is the statistics of listed jewelry stocks which I have. We have taken jewelry for example only. How they have grown. There is this company, this PNGS Gargi Fashion. This is a PNG group company. This was listed in December 2022 with an issue price of 30 crores. Issue price of 30 and issue size of crores and the market cap over of 807 crores with a current market price of 838 rupees. So from issue price of 30 in December 2022, today it is 838. So this is the growth that we can see. This is the pole to vault. Another example is of Khajanchi Jewellers. Issue price of 140, issue was around 96 crores. And now the market capitalization is over 1,000 crores with a current market price of 530 rupees. So this is how you can grow on the exchange. Now I would like to just take you through the benefits of listing. Yeah. So why should you get listed? Once you're listed on the SME platform, you can there are greater opportunities for fundraising. You can, once you are on the listed platform and you perform well, so the next set of finance you need, you can go through a rights issue. Lower your debt burden. Generally, there is too much of inventory to be maintained by your industries. What happens when you maintain so much of industries? There's a huge working capital to be maintained, and that is why there are debt loans to be taken So how equity can, where one of the objects of the issue would be to lower this debt burden by either repaying the working capital loans or taking fresh capital for the working capital purposes, and thereby it will reduce your interest cost and increase your profits. Once you're listed, it expands the investor base, not only by numbers, but then nowadays there are marquee investors which are coming in as an HNI, and even the institutional investors come in through the SME platform and invest in the company. This enhances the visibility of the company. It increases the business among the public, investors, partners, customers, and other stakeholders. Company gains media attention, news coverage, which results in a higher public awareness and in turn will lead to higher sales. This helps in creation of market value. There is a benchmark valuation that is given and you are compared to your peers. So price to earning, price to book value, all these methods of valuation can be taken and see where the company is positioned. It also acts, listing also is benefits to the employees of the company. ESOPs can be issued to the employees, and which will help retain the talented workforce and also boost employee commitment. There are a lot of employees who are very good employees. There are very good karigars, what you say, but they have a lot of options nowadays in the industry. So how do you retain them? You can give them ESOPs, and now when you give them ESOPs, they know what is the stock price and where it can go, how the company is performing. So that gives a commitment. Now I'll stay with the company. Then listing also provides for competitive edge. Your company, once it is listed, it's transparency and it creates a visibility and brand awareness, and it gives a competitive edge over the business of the unlisted peers. You can expand. What happens is you can expand. The company can expand inorganically without burden on the cash flow. It can acquire other companies through issuance of shares in lieu of the business. And that is, you save the cash. Instead of putting in cash, you can issue shares, and that way you can grow inorganically. And that's a better valuation also you will get. Listing also improves the internal control and mechanism and sound governance practice, which helps in the business management. In an SME platform, once you are listed, there is a migration process, which is very simple. It has certain criteria, which my colleague Anand will take you through. Once you follow this criteria and you're listed on the SME platform for a period of 3 years, you can directly migrate to the main board platform, which for smaller companies as an SME, it's very difficult to directly get into the main board without this getting into the SME board. You can get directly listed, and then the visibility of the company grows more further. So there are some reporting norms for listed SME also, and they are relaxed reporting norms. Yeah, relaxed reporting norms means you don't have to publish your annual reports. You don't have to give quarterly reports. There are only half-yearly reports that are given. So all these are facilitators so that the company understands what is it to get listed. It gets used to the process of the corporate governance that should be followed, and then it automatically goes to the next step of being listed on the main board. I would now like Anand to come and take the other slides, giving the eligibility and the eligibility criteria, so that everybody is very clear. And yeah, it's there only. And see, I would encourage companies to please come and do their listings. The standing example what I can give you is Mr. Ramesh. His company was listed in 2010, wherein there was no SME platform. Therefore, he could get listed on the main board platform. I was a part of his listing process. We had listed the company at the issue price of 75 rupees in 2010. And now it is over 2,000 rupees. I'm so proud to be a part of this. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time where we welcome on stage Mr. Anand Chari, who is the Additional General Manager for SME and Startup Businesses. Startup Businesses Development at BSE Asia's pioneering stock exchange with over 30 years of experience in the BFSI sector. Mr. Chari has held diverse roles in retail sales, institutional sales, channel development, and branch network management. His expertise extends to renowned mutual fund companies such as SBI, ICICI, Prudential, and Tata Mutual Fund. Leveraging his profound insights into both the SME business space and capital markets, Mr. Chari empowers SME promoters to realize their true potential by facilitating their listing on the stock exchange. A sought-after speaker, he has addressed large audiences at prestigious forums such as MSME, CII, FICCI, Indian Infocom, YesCon, and PhD Chambers, sharing insights on how SMEs can harness the power of capital markets. Mr. Chari holds a master's degree in business administration. Mr. Chari was a key member of the team that is credited with launching the first ever startup platform in India on the 22nd December 2018. BSE today is the largest SME platform in India with 524 companies listed and 140 companies in pipeline. These 524 companies listed represent 17 sectors, which has raised an amount of 7.223 crores with market capitalization of rupees 1,85,000 crores, guys, which has raised rupees 61 crores with market capitalization, I think, and the numbers are countless. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Anand Chari.
Thank you, Rupali. Being in between the lunch and these things, it's very difficult for you to keep the audience a little bit awake. Honestly, I'm going to play the slog overs. I think most of the things has been spoken by Anandji already. And I think most of the things from our side, regulatory side, I think Radha madam has spoken. So last ka 6 ball mein 36 run maana thoda difficult hai. I'll try my level best to keep you engaged. So I think a lot of things has been spoken by ma'am. What is the process and all, just I'm going to carry out maybe. So we have something like a pre-listing roadmap. So most of the companies who are running into a private limited format, they can come and list immediately. How many companies are been running for more than 3 years here in the audience? Okay. And how many people have a tangible assets of 3 crores, plant, machinery and everything? Okay. And how many people as a company have been having 1 crore of net worth for last 2 financial year? Okay. So how many companies have a website, company's website? So how many companies doesn't have any type of litigations against them as the company? Okay. So welcome to BSE SME family. So you people are eligible to get listed on our platform. So just a pre-listing roadmap we have made so that people can understand what exactly is the proposition over here with the audience. So some alteration is required on the company's MOU. So main reason is that क्यों हम कर रहे हैं? Why we want to do the listing? First of all, some alteration is required so that they can take the approval. So we have to pass a resolution so that we can get the company authorized capital raised and you can list the company because you're going to issue a further shares in the market to raise the capital for the company's growth. Second, we are increasing the authorized capital and we are going to capitalize the reserves. Most of the people have been running business for 10 years, 20 years in the market. They can capitalize the reserve and make a issuance of bonus and we can list the company. Finalize the auditors and updating financial information. Here we require a peer reviewer auditor for the company. It has to be reinstated and the balance sheet has to be minimum 6 months old, not more than 6 months old. We can't list the company. We require 6 months old type of a balance sheet where updating all the financials according to the market requirement as per the ICDR guidelines. Reconstitution of the board where we require most of the people will be running as a partnership company or a LLP and maybe as a company private limited we will be running it. We have to reconstitute the board. Main reason over here is that here we have to have a 50% independent director when your company is getting listed. And one more important clause is into over here is that we should have a 1 female director into the board. So जिस तरह उन्होंने पहले रूपाली ने बोला नारी शक्ति, तो it is very compulsory that 1 female director should be there. So एक चीज मैं बोलता हूं आपको, my personal experience has been कि काफी टाइम क्या होता है कि we don't listen at home, कि हमको लगता है कि हम पैसे कमा रहे हैं तो we don't listen most of the time. So when I got married 20 years back, तो मुझे तो पता नहीं था कि 1 साल के बाद मेरी बेटी होगी, वो भी अक्षय तृतीया के दिन. So wife told me, Akshay Tritiya, we should buy gold. And maybe that time it has been somewhere on about, hovering about 9850 or somewhere on about 10,000 rupees was the gold price. So I could really see. One thing is that I heard, मैंने ठीक है खरीद लो Akshay Tritiya, every year we are going to buy. मैंने I don't know how much cash I have, but we can buy that much. So we started piling up 10 grams for all the Akshay Tritiya the next year when we got a girl child. And after that, Diwali, as a Indian, we buy some gold as it. So you can see what is the accumulation and habit of gold personally. Sometimes we have to listen to the people who are there at home also. Very important that we don't listen to them. So here also we are trying to make one point. Anandji has spoken about the growth and goalposts and mighty thinking and n number of multiples. And Radhaji has spoken about the few examples of the company. So we have people like Tangamail type of a company which has got listed at 75 rupees in February 2010, and today we could really see it has given more than 27% of CAGR return to the people. So I don't know kitne public ne abhi margins bataya, they are talking about 1.5, he is talking about industry standard at 4%. हम लोगों ने कितना रिटर्न बनाया, खाली एक स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करने से कितना रिटर्न बनाया, 27% CAGR रिटर्न. That's a humongous number. मतलब आपने 100 रुपए डाला, उसमें 27 रुपीस कमाया, उसके ऊपर वापस 27 रुपीस, 127 में still you made 27 return. So nobody is trying to promote as a regulator over here. I'm just giving an example which you can really see from your own community. People have enlisted. I would request person Shivakumar ji, known actually and knows the market, and we have met few of the time, to come forward and list the company. Then only you are going to really see the wealth creation. And we are talking about $5 trillion and $10 trillion in the market. If we people as an MSSME will not contribute, the $1 trillion company will be a dream for India. So अगर हम लोगों ने contribute नहीं किया और हम लोगों ने काम नहीं किया, कोई नहीं कर सकता. Because we are the Indians, we are going to contribute to the GDP. And we are talking about 12% of the population is practically investing into equity market. So we could really see there is a humongous chance we can really see the money is going to pour in India. He was talking about the lot of money staying away from the market. Now we could really see, I was one of the speaker in Swiss Indian Chamber in Chennai, almost August 10th I was a speaker. They are talking about $40 billion coming in India to investments. So there is a huge opportunity for us to grow the business in any sector we are in. And being into gold, I am assuring that gold is very expensive today. People are talking about, still people buy gold at 70,000. So there is a humongous opportunity for us to go. And as an industry, it is a huge opportunity. So object of the issue and the funds requirement. This is going to be very important if the company is looking forward. To list the company, they have to have an objective. किसके लिए ले रहे हैं? Working capital के लिए ले रहे हैं. अगर आपको expansion करना है, whether you want to repay the loan, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि हमको कुछ company के लिए करना है कि हमको expansion and research के लिए करना है. So we have to mention all this objective on the documents so that we get a clarity where the money is going to go. Even if you are going to put some money on the marketing side or expansion or a branch network. So legal due diligence, there will be a legal authority, they will be engaging law firm where they will be doing a legal due diligence, where they're going to see all the certificates which is required by government statutory department, which is there to run the company. So important क्या है कि अगर आप business run कर रहे हैं, सभी certificate है कि नहीं आपके पास, वो legal due diligence वो कंपनियां करेगी. So what is the process we have? So as Radha madam said, we have to hire a merchant banker. They are the intermediary. जिस तरह शादी में हमको पंडित जी की जरूरत पड़ती है कि नहीं पड़ती, उनके पास एक सर्टिफिकेट रहता है जो हम नहीं कर सकते हैं, बराबर है. तो सेम लाइक category 1 merchant banker license is required for the company to get listed. So they will be getting you the funds, they will be doing the road shows, and they will be exploring the market and get you the right valuation from the market. Second due diligence process, they will do it. Even we do a plant visit, we are going to see your office, register office, then we are going to put a photograph, it's going to be geo-located and everything. Then it's going to be a due diligence done by the merchant banker from their end also. Second is that compilation of the documents and preparation. Draft red herring prospects. So this is the documents. It will contain all the things, like it's like a horoscope of your company. You have been running the business for 30 years, all the information will be incorporated in it so that anybody wants to know about the company, they can look at the financials and the background of the company. So ये आपका documents बनेगा, then that will be submitted by the merchant bankers with us for the company to list. That will be getting scrutiny, they will be sending some queries, it has to be answered by the merchant bankers, and as a company and financial expert will be there in your company like CFO and all, they will be answering it. Then we will clear it and give a in principle approval from the stock exchange to list the company. Then the marketing of the issue. The merchant banker will take the issues to the market, explore road shows like this, to the investors who wants to invest into the company. That is very important for you to get that fair valuation also. Filing of the offer document with the registrars, then the finalization of the launch dates and all will be done after the launch and the marketing of the issue has been done. Opening of the issue will be done, minimum we can keep it for 3 days and maximum can be 10 days depending upon the time period we feel the investor are going to have the investment done. The closure of the subscription will be done. Finalization of basis of allotment, listing of the shares happens over there. It is a process of 6 months now. Till the date you submit the document with me, I take a time of 2 months to maximum 3 months to give the approval for the company. So we have to see, a lot of companies are coming forward into the market. So we have to be very cautious. That's the reason we are taking a little more time so that we dive into the document and see if everything is in place with the requirement, because it's going to be a hard-earned money of the investor who are going to pour in money for the company to raise capital from the capital market. So it's going to be a very responsible job.
What will be the cost involved for the pre-IPO?
So I'll tell you, sir. If you're getting listed, I'll give you the figure from the merchant banker because she knows it. So I spoke about the eligibility criteria. I could really see almost 6-7 companies are already eligible. You can go through the slide. We require the post issue of the company should be less than 25 crores. As I said, the net worth of the company should be 1 crore for 2 preceding full year. 2 साल पूरा आपका financial year completed होना चाहिए. Track record of the company, I told you, minimum of 3 years is required. Net tangible assets, we have to have 3 crores in last preceding full financial year. Suddenly आपने 3 करोड़ का capital डाला, आप बोल रहे हैं कि सर ये हमारा investment से ये 3 crore नहीं होगा. Preceding full financial year होना चाहिए. Very important point है. 3 years में से हम चाहते हैं कि at least 2 year EBITDA level पे company का profitability होना चाहिए. If the profit margins are pretty decent and the profits are higher, the getting a higher valuation can be easy for the merchant banker to approach in the market and sell the IPO. Apart from this, company should have a mandatory facility in trading a demat securities. So if you have a shares in physical format, private limited companies, they should be dematted and it should be traded on the demat form. Company, where I said about the website, the company can have a mandatory website for the company so that it is listed. Cooling off period, the gap of 6 months from the date of withdrawal and rejection of issue from the SEBI exchange. So if at all anything happens in the documents or anything, there is a cooling period of 6 months. And if there is a change of promoter before filing 1 year of document, then we have to keep 1 year financial performance should be seen by the exchange, then we will be giving approval. अगर आपके promoter में major changes हैं share का percentage का, तो उसके बाद change होने के बाद we are going to see the performance of the company for 1 year, then we will be giving approval to the company. So migration process, what Radha madam has spoken about the migration, it takes after 3 years, it is compulsory to be staying back with the platform for minimum 3 years of existence. So इधर पे क्या है कि आपको 3 साल platform में रहना है SME में. उसके बाद if you cross the 10 crore of paid up capital, most of the company does the paid up capital before they launch the company into the IPO side only, so that they get an approval from the internal investors itself. And then they should have a market capitalization of 25 crores, which is going to be an average price, a weighted average price. And it should have a minimum 25 crores of this also, migration market capitalization. So 25 crores का turnover भी होना चाहिए, market capitalization का 25 crores का market cap. Special resolution pass होगा आपके AGM में, it should have a 2/3 non-promoter approval चाहिए. So 75%, if you see, it's going to be lying with the promoters and 25 should be compulsory on the public domain. That will be investors who are going to be investing into the company. So on migration, they will be complying with the SEBI regulation LODR, 2015 regulation के हिसाब से करेंगे. Here, there is going to be a less relaxed, you can say, compliance over there. Here, it's going to be unaudited with limited review, which can be held by your normal chartered accountant who are handling your accounts today. So आपको क्या है यहाँ पे 6 monthly है, and yearly after GST coming in place, we are doing an audited one that has to be uploaded onto my site, and 1 copy has to be uploaded onto your company's website. So the people who have invested in your company, they can see the financial performance, and if they want to more investments can be done, they can invest looking at the performance of the company, financials of the company. This is the platform's performance. We could really see that platform has grown very vibrant in last 12 years at the time, and the kind of effort it has gone that we as a team would have done more than 2,500 events across India, length and breadth, and possibly we could really see we would have met more than 50,000 people to convert this 525. Individually, I would have met more than 7,000 people in last 8 years of my career with BSE. And this is the money, I think we have spoken about 72 and 43. That is a number we could really see the fund has been raised today you can really see that it has been multiplied by more than 25-30 times the wealth creation happened. If anybody into the audience have invested in any of the companies which has listed over here, किसी ने पैसा डाला है? कौन से कंपनी में डाला है सर आपने? अच्छा, ओके, तंगमहल ज्वेलरी, ओके, शायद पीछे बैठे ऐसे करके नहीं बोल रहे हैं ना? श्योर सर, वो मैं कमेंट नहीं कर सकता एज अ रेगुलेटर. पॉसिबली इफ यू फील यू हैव टू हैव कल्याण ज्वेलर्स, वेरी नाइस. सो आई थिंक वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज दैट हम लोग अपनी पोटेंशियल को नहीं देख रहे हैं. देखिए हम क्या करते हैं कि हम दूसरी कंपनी में पैसे डालने के रेडी हैं. देखिए अगर आपके घर में क्या हिसाब किताब होगा, अगर मैं आके बताऊं तब तो आप घर बराबर नहीं चला रहे. सो इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन पॉइंट आई लाइक टू मेक टू द ऑडियंस इज दैट आज महात्मा गांधी के बारे में हमको ज्यादा पता होगा या फॉरेनर कोई बुक लिख रहा है उसको पता होगा, पहले आपको सोचना है. अगर आके हमारे इंडियन जो उनके साथ रहे हैं किसी के बारे में भी हो, अगर आप बोले अगर अंबेडकर के बारे में या किसी के बारे में भी हो, सरदार पटेल के बारे में भी, कोई भी किसी भी आदमी बड़े इंसान के बारे में हम महात्मा गांधी बोलते हैं इसलिए उनका एग्जांपल लिया मैंने. तो आप सोचिए कि आपको इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपको अंदर झांकना पड़ेगा कि अगर उनके बिजनेस के बारे में पता नहीं है और मेरे को मेरे बिजनेस के बारे में पता और क्या बैलेंस शीट आएगा, क्या टर्नओवर आएगा, वी शुड बी इन्वेस्टिंग इनटू आवर कंपनी. प्रॉब्लम हमारे इसमें इनहेरेंट है कि हम अपने को लगता है कि दूसरा वाला चीजें सही है. सो हमको पहले समझना है कि आवर इंटेंशन शुड बी टू इन्वेस्ट आवर ओन मनी इनटू आवर ओन बिजनेस टू मेक द कंपनी ग्रो मल्टीफोल्ड. दैट्स द सेम वे the Thangamahal has listed at 75 rupees, hovering today and more than 2300 today. It has multiplied by more than 25-30%, given a 28% of CAGR return. That's a humongous return you can make in last 14 years of the time. This is the demographic distribution of the companies which got listed onto our platform. And this is the example already Radha has taken. So we feel MSSME are not just enterprises, they are engine of growth and the spirit of entrepreneurship. So I could really say one thing is that I could really see 6 hands have come up. We'd love to meet them one-to-one, understand your balance sheet. Let us guide you. We will work as a facilitator so that you understand the concept once again with us for maybe half an hour of 30 minutes or 1 hour. We have done it with n number of people who have come along with us. Both of us are stationed at 27th floor of BSE. So I share my number. My number is 98209 78061. So you can WhatsApp your company's balance sheet. I can get back to you. So I respond till 11:30 in the night. So you don't worry. If at all you message me, if I missed it in the full day, some chorus, possibly I'll revert back in the night. So 98209 78061. Yeah, sure. Anand Chari. सो मेरा रिक्वेस्ट यही रहेगा कि हम लोगों ने अपनी तरफ से मोटिवेट करने की कोशिश कर दी है. मोटिवेट आपको होना पड़ेगा, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो आपका बिजनेस है, आपको ग्रो करना है कि नहीं, आपको सोचना है. तो जिस तरह हमारे पास सेट एग्जांपल है, हमारे पास रमेश जी हैं, अगर उन्होंने लिस्ट किया है, उनको फायदा हुआ है, तो हम तो चाहते हैं कि 100 लोग नहीं 1000 जन आए और लाख जन आए. तो हमको यह है कि हम हेल्प करने के लिए रेडी हैं. तो हमारा स्टेप हो चुका है, एक स्टेप आगे बढ़ चुके हैं, आपको एक स्टेप रखना है, बाकी 10 कदम तो हम लेके जाएंगे आपको. Thank you once again to all the audience. Thanks for GJC and maybe CJ and Anand for connecting over here. Yeah, sure.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, anyone having question, please?
Yes. Hello. आनंद सर, IPO प्रोसेस का जो IPO प्रोसेस का आपने 11 स्टेप जो दिखाया है वो कम से कम कितने टाइम लगता है?
6 महीने में आपका हो जाता है. अगर आपका डॉक्यूमेंट्स आपने प्रॉपर दे दिया है तो मैक्सिमम हमारे पास फाइलिंग होने के बाद मैक्सिमम टाइम बोल रहा हूँ 2 से 3 महीना तो आपका अप्रूवल मिल जाएगा.
उसमें कुछ कॉस्ट कितना रहता है सब?
किसमें सर?
प्रोसेस का कोई कॉस्ट वगैरह?
हाँ, तो इसमें मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि मर्सिडीज सी क्लास से कम पैसा लगता है. तो आज के तारीख में तो हम करोड़ों रुपए डाल रहे हैं और गोल्ड ज्वेलरी की बात कर रहे हैं तो हमको पैसे की कमी नहीं है. मैं ये जरूर बोलूंगा सी क्लास मर्सिडीज से कम लगेगा, इतना आपको मैं बोल सकता हूँ. एक्चुअली नहीं बात करते हैं, बट वी विल टॉक अबाउट द इन्वेस्टमेंट, क्योंकि आप जो शेयर क्रिएट कर रहे हैं उसको 100% है कि हम आगे जाके उसको बेचने वाले हैं और पैसे बनाने वाले. इट्स कैन पुट इन टू प्लांट एंड मशीनरी जैसा लेके इट इज टू बी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स ओनली.
और एसएमई में जो लिस्ट होता है उसका बाइंग सेलिंग होता है ट्रेडिंग?
एग्जैक्टली सर, मार्केट मेकिंग है, उसमें आपको बाइंग एंड सेलिंग होता है। आज के तारीख में 80 से 100 करोड़ का वॉल्यूम हो रहा है हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म में।
थैंक यू।
It's only the annual listing fees that is to be given. That is, I think, 50,000.
0.01% or 50,000 per annum if it is going to be. What we are trying to say is that if the market cap of company is somewhere about 200 crores, we will be charging you 2 lakh rupees. If you talk about the overall expense of compliance and everything, it will increase by 5 to 7 lakh rupees. Overall cost.
That is post-listing. Post-listing. Yeah. Yeah, the board is to be reconstituted and 50% of the directors need to be independent directors and one woman director needs to be appointed. So that is as per the Companies Act.
इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर ऐसे हैं जो मार्केट में काम तो कर रहे हैं, आपके यहाँ पे ब्लड रिलेटेड नहीं है, दे आर एक्सपर्ट इनटू अ पर्टिकुलर लाइन, दे कैन बी अ इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर, they have to be there in this so that they can give an independent opinion about the company. There will be a learned and a seasoned player. They may not be from your industry, but they are well known into a particular segment. Like retail को मैं जानता हूँ, but मैं retail gold को नहीं जानता हूँ कैसे spread होता है. But I can be an independent director in your company, and if I pass the exam and all. So independent होना चाहिए, आपके साथ related नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be independent.
Any qualification of independent director?
Sir, आपको no qualification as such.
Yes, LLP can be converted into a, yeah. No, but it should have the 3 years track record existence, yes. The current auditors, if they are a peer review auditor, the same auditor can do. Since it's going to be a listed entity, as per SEBI regulation, every listed entity has to have a peer reviewed auditor. So that's the only thing. Company secretary is a must. Yeah. So you get it, sir. You get it. Every company, all the 525 companies that are listed have a company secretary. You need a full-time company secretary.
Anand, this is Ritesh Jain here. I just wanted to know for the startups who would like to go on the SME, what's your advice to them and what kind of horizon they should look at getting listed if they're starting their business from today? So what are the sentiments for jewelry IPOs right now which are coming right now? Thank you.
See, startup per se, if you want to talk about the startup, I think they should have a really good order book actually. So unless until we have a visibility of order book and everything, it becomes very difficult for the merchant banker and the regulator to get the approval for the company also. Very difficult. Because agar aapko paise mein dalna hai, that's one of the reason we have kept it 3 crores as a tangible asset on the SME side. On the startup, we don't have any tangible asset because it's going to be asset line model. Predominantly, we want companies getting listed on the startup will be only IT based company. So अगर आप बोल रहे हैं कोई भी कंपनी स्टार्टिंग कर रही है 3 साल का एराइजन में पता चल जाएगा कि आपके बिजनेस में कितना दम है, कितना स्ट्रेंथ है. तो हम चाहते हैं कि एटलीस्ट 3 साल में आपका एसेट भी कुछ बन जाए ताकि कोई भी इन्वेस्टर निवेशक इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता है, दे विल ऑल्सो सी दैट कि 3 करोड़ का टैंजिबल एसेट देखने का कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल आता है कि हमको इन्वेस्ट करना है. अदरवाइज आज क्या है कि आज है कल नहीं है. So it becomes very difficult somebody to invest their hard-earned money. We want something, Terraform should be there on the book also, some assets. That's one of the reasons we have kept it as a 3 crores tangible assets. Thanks.
Yes. Excuse me, sir. Hello. One last question. As you said, you told that we send our balance sheet and all to WhatsApp to you. So what should I send to you? So you will.
Yeah, I'm coming to that point, sir. Actually, on behalf of you, I'd like to ask you one question to both of you. What are the 3 steps that they have to do it immediately today?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Generally, the slot is been given to someone also. So I'll just have one last question over here because some important person are waiting and their time is also very important. And I know the seminar never ends in 1 hour. So next time I'll see that especially this MSME goes for 2 hours.
Final question, sir. What are the 3 important steps that they have to do it immediately?
See, first of all, you have to have a proper balance sheet firstly. So I think most of the compliance should be in place so that now it becomes easy for the regulator to give the approval as soon as possible. As he asked me, kitna time lagega. Second thing is that should be a robust model and a pretty decent margin on the PAT level. Profit after tax level पे अगर आपका 10 से 15% है, आपकी business करीब 50 crore पे कर रही है, तो it's pretty decent of somewhere about you are making a cool money of 6-7 crores profit. It becomes an attractive position for the investor to invest money into the company. So एक तो पहला compliance आपका proper होना चाहिए, सबसे important है. Balance sheet clean and crisp होना चाहिए जो कि complied हो. इसलिए हम चाहते हैं कि अगर आपकी कंपनी में कोई है तो बैलेंस शीट देखने वाला चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट पीयर रिव्यूअर है तो काफी ऑडिटेड और प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंट्स बनती है. इट बिकम्स इजी फॉर अस द रेगुलेटर टू सी द डॉक्यूमेंट एंड गिव द अप्रूवल. सो सेकंड, रोबस्ट मॉडल इसलिए कि आगे जाके कंपनी परफॉर्म करेगी, इसलिए निवेशक पैसा डाल रहे हैं. तो प्राइस डिस्कवरी कहां से होती है? आज 75 रुपए में इन्होंने बिजनेस में लिस्ट करा है 2010 में, आज 2300 हुई है. तो बिजनेस प्रोजेक्शन होना चाहिए और ग्रोथ पोटेंशियल दिखना चाहिए. और आज के तारीख में जिस तरह आनंद जी ने बताया एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ से ज्यादा माइटी हो गया है, तो सबको लगता है कि 30 गुना 40 गुना हमको बनना चाहिए पैसा. तो जिस तरह हमने रिटर्न देखा तंगमेल का 28% CAGR है, तो नो ब्रेनर है, कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए कोई सोचता नहीं, ठीक है कर सकता हूं मैं. सो आपको बिजनेस मॉडल बहुत स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए, कंप्लायंस एंड बैलेंस शीट फंडामेंटली वेरी स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए फाइनेंशियल हिसाब से. तो उसके बाद आपका सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है माइंडसेट होना चाहिए लिस्टिंग करने के लिए. सो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. थैंक यू.
I just want to know, Anand ji, as you said, you are available on the 7th floor of
27th floor. 27th.
So at what time you are available if you want to meet? So we have to take appointment or you are available there?
You can send me a WhatsApp message. We'll confirm. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very
You can
much.
visit BSE website. All the numbers are there.
Okay, thank you.
भैया आनंद चारी भैया, हमारा आज का भाव 2319:1 बोनस के बाद. So 4000.
आज का पकड़ रहा हूं, यही नंबर माइंड बॉगलिंग है.
So 19 बोल दो 4600.
Take one photograph. Take one photo. All of us. So can we end the session? So thank you very much for the opportunity. Let's take one picture.
Thank you very
Vijay ji,
much.
please come.
Thank you. And especially thanks to Uncle Ji. Because of his son Gokul, we got the special speaker over here. Thank you very much for being over here. Thank you.